So this video is about the health inspection that you will have done at the mobiles. So you always have to have paper towels. Never use the last one if you run out. There needs to be at least one on there to pass health inspection. I mean, we have extras, but if you get low on them, there always has to be one paper towel left. You have to have your bucket of bleach water, and that's going to be 100 parts per million with the bleach test strip. And then, so your sinks, you'll have one that's wash, rinse, sanitize, and then the back one back there is going to be your hand washing sink. So you have to know that. Your gray tanks can never fill up, so that's why we again have these yuck buckets. And you got to make sure you always have clean water in your freshwater tank, so this guy. And then you've got to make sure that you take out your yuck buckets, which we have one again back behind the trash can that goes from the espresso machine. And then these ones, and you just put the lid on them and you throw them in the trash. You always have to know where the trash is. For this event, we're at the pavilion, so right outside the front doors. And then back here, you can see that blue trash can peeking out right there. That's where you take all your garbage. And then you just have to make sure that it's cleaned in here and looks nice, and that your fridge temperature is correct. So right now we have this thermometer in here, and we're reading kind of a little on the colder side. You want it to be kind of more like 32 degrees, but colder is better than too warm. If it gets too warm in there, you're going to want to check. There's a dial on the left hand side of the machine behind the skim milk here, and you'll just adjust that dial to get the temperature right. And then if it gets too hot, also pulling the fridge away from the wall so that there's an air gap behind it helps cool it down. At nighttime and during the summertime, we'll pull this fridge all the way out so it's sticking way away from the wall just to help keep the temperature down. The ACs generally do not work in here because your hot water heater has to be running, and if you turn on your hot water heater, it will flip the breakers in here. And then so your hot water heater is on this one, it's down here, that gray thing back there. So that always has to be hooked up, and you want to make sure that your hot water heater is going, so just kind of hold your finger under the hot water. You got hot water, so we're good. If that shuts off, usually it's your breaker, which is down here. So that's under the window that we don't serve out of, right there. And you just check your breakers and make sure they're all on, and make sure that your AC is shut off, so you can read all those little dials up there, little white dots on the off. And then other than that, as long as it stays clean in here, so you're sweeping, mopping, knowing where to take your gray water, you have your bleach water ready, your paper towels, all your trash is constantly getting taken out. If you have to take your trash out and you don't have time, set it outside the back door, and then when you do have time, run it to the garbage. We don't want things over